That will get old. Why does that shit always do that right there? But, ooh, and I started off with a dirty word right off the bat. So that means this just went from green to yellow. That means you were demonetized and you cannot say foul words like that. So who gives a fuck? Anyway, it's Tuesday night, folks. It's that one night in the week that on a Tuesday, the only thing you can think of is damn, there's a show that I know that's on YouTube that's been running for the longest. And it seems to have one of the smoothest transitions that I've ever seen in this world. And you think, oh, it must be the T.T.V show, which that sounds so damn stupid. But anyway, it's Tuesday. Let's get cranking, folks. Smooth transition. What's going on, folks? Happy Tuesday to y'all. I can't tell you off the bat. I won't make up any lies, and I have no idea where Mike's at tonight. Mike is done with this, I'm thinking. Mike's had his fill of this crap, and he's probably like, you know what? It's just easier to get away from these folks. But it's still me and Mark. We're down to the last two men. And if Mark can get his channel back, I might be the last man standing. And then this shit won't last long at all then. But anyway, since Mark's been down and out from the main channel, he has gotten all kinds of products he's wanting to show off to this world. So take it away, Mark.
What's up, folks? I wish I could tell you that was true, but I'm still vaping on this fucking thing with the same, what is it, the Swift tank and the whatever mod it's called, with the same coil. I don't know how, but the same coil's in there. I got a pod system, too, and I don't know where the hell it's at. Oh, shit. I should have been ready for this. God damn it. All right, well, I got a pod system somewhere. It's not a disposable. Is it upstairs? This ain't it, is it? No, this ain't. This is the. Nope, there ain't nothing in there.
Is it a disposable?
No, it was the Vaporesso. Oh, you know what? It is upstairs. Vaporesso Eco Nano, but I don't know. It's upstairs, and it's a son of a bitch.
That's what I said.
I had two pod systems right here. They're gone. All right. Well, I'm just vaping on the Swift tank with the Ascent, with some the very last drop of Brett's fucking golden grams. There we go. Thank you. Take it away, Mr. ST Vapes.
All right. Well, the norm. Always on the boxer with the tripod. It's just, I ought to just have like little things I can click on and it just bring up the names because y'all already know what I'm going to show y'all. And, well, this little thing, it's the A, the B, C, whatever, the Argosy thing. Still using that. Somehow I got conned into using this again, even though I was singing the praises of this, a couple months ago, saying that this was the best pod system in the world.
Yep.
Here's the thing. So I've got somebody out there that tries to influence me to use certain things. So I picked it back up this past weekend. I put some juice in it, and I was like, you know what? I hadn't used it in a while, and I've used some of these other fine systems sitting right here, and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to have that same feeling when I pick this one back up. And I was shocked that I didn't have the same experience as what I did how many ever months ago I started using this damn thing. I mean, it vapes good, but it doesn't vape as good as some of the other shit I've been using. So I'm kind of like, it'll be something for the desk to get used. And for all that shit, I've still got that big bottle of that ginger loving juice and this right here. Phil, I had to break open my last bottle. I know you're watching. I need that 500 ml bottle coming my way. I know you're down there in Florida watching this crap. So hook a brother up. And yeah. That's it. I don't have anything else. So there you go, folks. There is the whole show for you.
I do got a new Caliburn, but I just opened it and it's not filled or anything, so I couldn't tell you nothing about it.
Well, act like you're taking a vape and go and just tell us about how great of an. Hold on, what is going on here?
There's a sticker on there.
Have you got something showing up on your Zoom screen?
Nope.
Why have I got this showing up? It says set up professional audio and audio settings. Why are you
Ooh,
showing me that right now?
getting professional, I think, are we?
And it's showing up on the actual screen too. So let me click and get rid of the. Oh gosh, I got to go over here and do this. Dadgummit. I know I'm about to mess some stuff up, so let me do this. There we go. Let me come back to this and go back up to here. So, oh,
Turn this fucking thing on.
come back to me. There we go.
Oh, look
All
at
right,
this.
that is gone, I think. Yes. See, now I've gotten derailed by Zoom. Thank you very much. Real quick in chat, Darren says I bought a Caliburn G3 at the auto parts because I see ST and Mike have one. Oh yes.
That's
Where is mine at? Oh, it's right here in my pocket. I haven't opened the new one yet, but the OD Green has been kicking for a good long while. That is a perfectionist right there of a pod system, and I don't know.
Perfectorino.
What was you saying before I interrupted you and was about to derail all this crap?
Oh, nothing. I don't
Oh,
think I
okay.
would. No, I wasn't saying anything.
So you got a new one from UL. You haven't bothered to open it, vape on it, do anything, which
Let's see.
you got to bring up the down low on this one, dude, if your down low's
Yeah,
working.
but I can't. The screen's not gonna. I don't even know how to use it. One,
Yeah,
two, three.
but the down low will give us a better look at that screen. That screen is like the real estate of the whole side of it, isn't it?
Yep, pretty
Holy
much.
shit. What are they calling that?
What the fuck is the name of this thing?
Let me guess, it's something like the G3 Pro series or some.
It's definitely a Pro. What the fuck is it?
Well,
G3 Pro. There you go. You
oh,
nailed it.
damn, I nailed it.
G3 Pro. I don't
Huh.
know why the fuck they sent it to me. These motherfuckers ain't sent me shit in like 2 years.
Yeah, well,
That's a miracle.
when they realize your channel's been busted for a while, they probably not going to anymore
Yep,
either.
they're gonna be like,
But
oh shit.
so for those of y'all that have been hiding under a rock, maybe not knowing what's going on and thinking that Mark's just said to hell with it and giving up on life and not throwing videos out on his channel, and I don't even know why in the hell I'm telling y'all this, but Mark got him a lot of strikes last week, a whole lot of strikes. But once you get a whole lot of strikes in what, 1 or 2 days, it only counts as one, really. So
I didn't
he's
know that. I didn't know that. That's the problem.
but he's down for 7 days, 7 whole days. He can't do shit on that channel. And so if you've gone to Mark's channel and you're kind of thinking, okay, is dude getting out of the vaping scene? It might look like that because, and any other time, unless I would have gave him a hard time saying he shouldn't have done it, but I fully back him on this because I probably would have done it too because I would have gotten nervous. Everything's been deleted over on that channel other than like lives and some other shit, but all the vaping content is pretty much gone off that channel. So if you click on it, it looks pretty
It's
bare
all
over there.
yep, it's all lies. But come Thursday, I'm gonna be putting videos back up.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense, but
There's Jim VV. What's going on? I think he got hit also amongst all the folks here lately, but
yeah, he's the one that he told me that no matter if you get one strike or like 10 strikes, if it's in the 7 day period, it's just one strike. I didn't know that. When I seen strike two come in, I'm like, oh shit, go delete every goddamn video. And I started deleting shit like crazy.
uh
And even though I still just started deleting shit, they still started hitting shit.
Mark, keep talking for a second. I gotta answer something important.
And I found out that they will delete video or they will strike videos even if they're deleted. Their explanation was if they're in the queue or in review for like if they're in the queue for them to review, even though you've deleted the video, it could be a day, a week, or 2 weeks. They didn't give me a time frame. They said you can still receive a strike on a deleted video, even a video that's private, members only, whatever the case may be. That's what At least YouTube chat told me, but YouTube chat is, I think, ran by a bunch of 12-year-olds. It's like a little help button that you click on the top in your creator studio, and they can usually never tell you anything that's worthwhile, but
Yeah, it's pretty.
pretty pointless.
It is pretty pointless. When I had my little run in about what was it, like a month ago, when my live disappeared on me, I spent 45 minutes on one of those little back and forth chat things. And I'm still kind of wondering somewhat if it's all just like AI generated and there's no person actually behind this chat that comes through. But sometimes it kind of seems like there is, but regardless if there is or not, I think I got my little problem resolved, but there's certain things that unless you're on the phone with a human talking, you are not going to get anything resolved on YouTube. Emails, all that shit will just basically, it won't work in your favor by any means. So,
Like years ago, they used to have it where you had like a person that worked with you, and you could email them. It was like a human being. And they would actually get things done, but they got rid of that, I think.
pretty much if you were, I think, at like 100,000 subscribers and up, I used to hear that you'd have somebody assigned to you, but I don't know I don't know if there was really actually anybody assigned to you. I mean, it could have been that you had some kind of rep or something like that, but I don't know. I think YouTube's just too damn big and there's too many people that are at that level and up, and you can't have a dedicated person. Now you could have multiple people under your wing, but dude, think how many people are on YouTube and are fairly large channels. Good God, you'd have to have, I don't know, as much money as they take from us. They got enough to pay all these folks to have that kind of working environment, but
I would think the more money you make them, the more they're going to help you, probably.
you would think. So the more that our channels do not generate money anymore, it's like we don't care whether or not what happens to you. So with that kind of being said, and we've always said this, and I don't know if it's the season of the purge again. I don't know what it is, because sometimes things don't make sense what goes on with YouTube, but I think most of the people that follow, like my channel, Mark, Mike, whoever, if you notice that the channel has either disappeared or nothing's going on for a while, obviously we've created other places that we can contact people or let kind of people know what's going on with us. But ultimately, if you get shut down on the tube, you're pretty much done. And if you don't see a channel anywhere, if you're typing in that person's name and nothing pops up, more than likely that means that YouTube has pulled the plug on your life support there. So
Yeah, Ron says it was vape channels and conservative channels. So it must have been it was maybe not necessarily vape channels, but it's been a lot of other types of channels.
I know
They're trying to clean up their shit, and
they are. A lot of the gun channels got hit here a while back, and you know what? Here's a good test right here. I just picked up a new the other day. Ginger will love this. Ginger talked me into buying one of the little hottest new pocket rockets. So I picked one of those up. Let's see. All I'm doing is just showing real quick. Let's see if YouTube shuts this video down just because I showed something there. Let's see what happens. But now maybe if I pointed it at that camera and started talking shit, there might be something that would happen. But, too, and again, I feel like a broken record a lot of times that I say a lot of things on these shows, but I'm kind of in the same agreement with Mark because I've heard him talk while he's doing his rides on these other channels. I've done this for so long now. I'm almost at that point. It would be sad if something happened. Don't think that I would not miss it. But I'm tired and I don't really care anymore. Because
they've done it too many times.
they've done now. I'm one of those lucky ones, and I say that and watch shit will happen right now. But I've had one strike on my channel and one warning. And the only reason why I got rid of that warning is because I took a test that I did not agree at all with, but I basically lied to it just to get that warning off of my channel. But I just, it makes it where you don't care about this shit anymore. It's, especially for what we do, because it's so kind of like, you walk a thin line doing the shit that we're doing on here, because apparently we're showing shit that is the devil. It's against everybody's beliefs, and you shouldn't be showing that shit on a public platform on social media. So,
Well, even if it's not the devil yet, it may become the devil in a couple of years because vaping was all fine and dandy, just like everything else was fine and dandy years ago.
yeah.
Now everything's changed. So now everything is like, can't do this, can't do that. And even shit nowadays, that's fine. Probably in 3-4 years, it's going to be like, oh, can't do that, sorry.
But you know what's even funny though, and a perfect statement you just made. I mean, again, it's common sense stuff. If anybody's been in this long enough, they will know this. Years ago, this brought revenue in. All the people that were involved, all the money that was being made, not to say that it was making YouTube rich, but it was bringing in its fair share of money, and they were getting a lot of revenue off of these channels. Now these channels ain't really doing shit. There's not much going on. It's like anything else. We don't need you anymore. It's easy to kick your ass to the curb now. So,
Yep.
but
Let them in on the money, and they'll be happy to let you stick around.
But I do have this to say. I almost was going to do kind of a separate show, kind of just dealing with this and maybe talking about other shit like an off night, but I think I'm just going to do it now. So I'm not going to go into too much depth and detail of what's happening, but it would have to be said to you sooner or later. I've got some changes coming up in my life with some scheduling, with some things, and it could potentially either possibly kill this show off, or it could possibly maybe be on another night, or it might possibly make it to where it's not every single week. I just don't know yet, because the exact thing hasn't happened in my life yet, but it is coming, and I know it's coming for certain. So I don't quite know how things are going to play out, but it's how I make my living, and that comes before anything, because then I can do all this other stuff. So it's coming up, and it's coming up soon. So there's a possibility that I don't know where the show's going to stand at after a few weeks. I don't know yet. But I'd rather give y'all heads up than just all of a sudden you don't see my ass and you got Mark riding around on a bike going, well, that son of a bitch is the biggest piece of shit, and I don't know what the hell he's doing. I'm giving y'all heads up. I don't know what's about to come up in my life with some stuff. And if the two can't play well together, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do yet. So, but that being said, let's carry on with this particular night, what's left of it now. But I did see Marvin Norton out there, and we can't go throughout a night without mentioning Marvin Norton, the biggest piece of shit in vaping. I don't know what birthday it is for him. I don't know how much longer he's got on life support. But for all that, y'all wish that piece of crap a damn happy birthday.
Happy birthday, you old son of a bitch.
There you go. And then Mark will get his crap back. What will you technically get it back Thursday, or does that mean you get to start doing shit on Friday?
It said Thursday, or it said like 3 days, whatever day. I counted Thursday, so I'm assuming Thursday. I think we'll see. I'm assuming. I'm hoping.
Let me ask you this question. If something happens to this, what we've been doing forever, Will you start something again on your channel where it'll just be you doing a solo thing in the basement?
I don't know. I mean, I've been enjoying doing the bike thing so much, where I just talk to myself for 2 hours. I don't know.
I think that could potentially grow if you kept up, but I think you might need to if it does grow, I think you might want to invest in a dedicated live streaming device for the bike.
Yeah, the iPhone doesn't. That thing is. Don't
I
bring it out
don't
in the
know if
sun.
it's but here's the thing. I don't know if it's the phone or your service.
Well, the thing is that when you watch the replay, there's no buffering, which is nice because it gets rid of all the buffering in the replay. So when I watch a replay, I'm like, hey, what are people talking about? Everything looks perfect.
So
But
it's
when
your
it's live,
service.
yeah, it's probably the service
It is the service
or the
thing.
phone. Because the minute I go out there, like today, the minute I go out there, it's so hot that phone, the screen just shuts down, and it might be the phone. It might be. I think it's just a little bit of both, the phone and the service.
I would have to think though it wouldn't matter what you use if you're out in the elements, especially like the heat
Oh
and
yeah,
live streaming. You got to remember, folks, live streaming on a phone, it's basically like having your big ass computer crammed into a tiny little damn phone and you're doing almost the same thing. So it's got a lot of shit working in there. And I know a lot of people have swore up and down because me and Mark's been talking behind the scenes about getting away from Apple, maybe going over to the Droid thing. But I think either which would get hot if you're out doing something.
yeah. Regardless of the phone, I think.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Do you think you'd have to change carriers though? Because again, how is it going to change the actual phone? If the phone's working correctly, it's the service that's giving you glitchy,
Yeah.
streams here and there. Because when it does work good, it works flawless and it looks great.
Yeah, AT&T out here is like the best service around. I think the proper way to do it would be to get one of those wireless internet, those things that
Yeah, the streamer.
you
What's his
get one of
name?
those and then you run a camera with an HDMI cable and but I would never do that because that's overdoing it.
So I
But
ran across a dude during Mark's DNC thing that was going on in his neck of the woods, and there's a YouTube channel called Portland Andy, if I'm correct.
yep.
And he's one of those mobile guys that streams and he gets in the deep of everything. But I got to see his setup because he had his camera facing on the table with all the shit he carries around, and he carries around a fairly large backpack with all this equipment. So his streams are like flawless. There's no cutting in and out. It looks like what you're watching right now. But he's paid some money to have that.
Oh yeah, you pay a month for the service.
Yes.
Yeah, you pay a lot for that.
And if
But I mean,
you're getting good views, that might be one
oh
thing. But
yeah,
if you're only getting 300 to 400 views a day on a bike ride,
not worth it.
the two are not going to pay off for one another.
Yeah.
So, but
But I mean, like, if people actually want to watch it without the buffering, it's better to watch the replay because there's no buffering.
yeah.
And if the live does buffer, YouTube just kind of skips it together, so that way you don't even really notice the buffering.
Yep. Jim, I told Mark that, but Mark thinks riding the e-bike is not the same as his pedal bike. But I told him it has the luxury of both things. He could still get a workout, but when he hits those hills and you hear him screaming and complaining, all he can do is put a little assist on it, help it out a little bit, but hey, that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but then I don't know. An e-bike kind of defeats the purpose for what I'm using the bike just to lose weight and get exercise. An e-bike I think might defeat the purpose for me.
It could. It
'Cause if
could.
I see a hill, I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna worry about this. I'll just get some pedal assist and I'll be up the hill in no time. I mean, once you know,
I'm gonna tell you what I've been watching here lately. I don't know why I've got hooked on it because it's like one of the things that I've just growing up. The place you would find me growing up as a kid was out in the woods. because we love to shoot guns, we love to run around in the woods, and we love climbing trees. We love doing all that shit back when I was a kid, getting into my teenage years. But at some point, you grow up and you come out of the woods and you become normal and you're kind of doing your thing. So I've never been the big, huge outdoorsman that I'm constantly going to campsites and setting up tents and wanting to buy RVs and just do all that kind of shit. It's just something I never really got into. But for whatever reason, and for the past at least, I'm going to go 6 weeks now, I have done nothing but watch like 3 guys that do constant camping videos, and one of them does it solely in his truck. He has got the bed of his truck set up with everything, little camper shell, and he just drives out to these campgrounds and fires up his video and just, but here's the thing. For me, it's interesting to watch this shit because he's doing all these different cooking things and all this shit you can buy, and it's cool and it's neat. And, at the end of the night, he winds down always watching a movie on his pad or something like that. And then, he wakes up next morning, and then he goes home, and then it'll be time for another adventure again. But you got to remember, it's like any other video you see on YouTube. You can watch a 30-minute video, but that video was taken probably over a 30-hour span, if not longer. And you're only using bits and pieces of that video. There's a lot of time that you're not videoing, you're not doing shit. You might just be sitting there with your thumb up your ass, not doing a damn thing.
Yeah.
So as fun as it is to watch some of these videos, you really got to be that serious person that you're kind of like one with nature, and you can sit there for hours upon hours and go into la-di-da land thinking about everything, which sometimes I would need that just to decompress sometimes, but that's not really me. But it's almost sparked me to want to do something different. I still would like to do videos, but I'd like to get out of the house and go do something. But I just don't know what I want to do.
When I was watching those train hopping videos, the one guy said, like, the main thing about these videos is patience. Like, you guys may see me hop on a train and then hop off a train and then go here and go there.
Yes.
Within like a 20-minute span, but this took like 48 hours for it to happen. Like, I literally sat there for 8 hours waiting for a train, and so it's all patience when you're doing the,
Hobo Shoestring and Strobe the Hobe and all those guys. And Strobe the Hobe really went in detail about a lot of his stuff. He would give you an awesome 30 to 45 minute video over days of him being out. But you think about it, man, there are so many times you could hear him talk about, man, I've been sitting in the heat in this one spot for 5 to 6 hours, if not longer, either waiting for a train to move or waiting to hop a train or do this or that. There's so much downtime and so many things out there. But you see it on a video, and all you're seeing is the good shit that's going on. You don't see the more of it that's boring, and you're like, oh my God, how can I do this shit?
I seen that comment you made, Brett, and I figured I have a hat just for that comment. Hold on, here we go.
Uh-oh. I can't even see it because my eyes aren't the greatest. What's it say?
Make vaping great again.
There you go.
I think he said something like, make vaping great. He said something. I remember, holy shit, I got a hat behind me that says the same thing.
Well, here's the thing. And I don't want folks sitting here thinking that I'll never, and I guess I have to maybe explain myself with this, what I'm about to say. I'm never giving up on vaping, but where I'm at in my life with vaping, I'm no longer that advocate that's trying to preach to people to say, man, this is what you need to switch to get off cigarettes. I'm past that point in my life, and I have no problem saying that at all. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. If you're not going to do it, you ain't going to mess with it. But I'm on it. I'm still on it. I believe in it. But my job as an advocate, if that's what my job has been over the past almost 10 years, I'm past all that shit now.
Yep.
And me trying to continuously put content out about strictly this, I don't care who you are, and I'll probably have a lot of people that'll start unsubbing off the channel because they're like, oh, well, this dude's just done with all this shit. It's not that I'm done with it. It's just the fact that there's only so much information you can put out on all this stuff. And after that, nobody's listening to anything anymore. If you're getting on YouTube, like some people do, I won't say any names, but if you're constantly putting out information and this is what the government's done, people aren't watching that shit anymore. They might be watching you for something else, but they're not watching you to get this information. Because all it takes is you to turn on your computer and type in Google, whatever search word you need to about vaping, and you'll get your main headlines for the day right there. You don't need somebody to do the work for you to bring this to you. There's no hidden agendas out there that people are going, oh my God, only this person could know this and tell the world about it. So I'm kind of at that point that, again, unless I physically have to quit doing this, and it's because of where I know myself, it's doing harm to me, where I feel weird or something's going on and I feel like this is what's got me feeling messed up, I'll set this shit down in a heartbeat. But at the moment, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing up until I can't do it anymore. But I don't know, man. It's like...
I do videos, and you can either like the shit I do or not like it. I'm not going to even give you, like I used to, be like, oh yeah, well, you can't even do that anymore. You can't even tell people if stuff is good anymore on videos. Yeah. That's how they get you, by telling them shit's good, because you're promoting it, you're selling it then.
Because I can tell you this, folks, regardless if you want to hear this or not, this is real world. There might be a product or two from the time that you can't get products anymore that might kind of like, ooh, shit, that's pretty fucking cool. They're going to be so far and few in between from here on the rest of the way on out. That's just the way it is. You can see it. It's been that way for a long time. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to disagree. I'm sharing my opinions on things and where I feel like things are at the moment. That's just where I'm at. Again, I'm not killing this show tonight, but I'm saying some things could be happening coming up. But it's just, and I don't mind still doing the shows with this name attached and us still from time to time talking about the good old days and, hey, I found this here, I found that there. But I'm almost at a point that if I'm doing a live and it's me, Mike, Mark, whoever it might be, I'm almost at a point where I will have a better time talking about other things.
Other than vaping.
Yes. And it's sad to say, but dude, look how long that this shit's been going on. Look how long that we've done this.
I know. A long fucking time.
We're on show 470. That means 470 of these damn things. That means we are approaching that 10-year mark. We are getting close.
That's a long fucking time for
And that is a long time with barely missing any time. Over these years, we've missed a couple little things, but they've either been made up or something's happened. But and honestly, I didn't even think I was going to get on some soapbox talking about all this tonight, but it's just, I guess, kind of coming out of me a little bit. But
I feel like even if you do a live show and you don't talk about vaping, like the people that just like to follow you, regardless, will just continue to watch.
Yes.
People that just watch you for, obviously, I don't think there's anybody really that watches, at least me and you anymore, for vaping.
No.
Mike, yeah, but not us. What the fuck are we bringing to the table, you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like folks are like, oh my God, if I don't catch this show tonight, there's going to be valuable information that I'm going to miss. Y'all know that. So again, me and Mark and Mike could go live up until the day we die. And if we never talked any vaping again, I still think that we would get a lot of the same people watching just because they enjoy the humor of things. They enjoy the
Yeah.
chemistry we have with one another and all that good stuff. But I can also tell that a lot of people that watch it strictly for the vaping and they're not getting that, the views are dropping off. And shockingly, we hit kind of another milestone for me to even see how things are dropping. Normally at this time of the week, I'm giving you my little weekly update now on the YouTube analytics of shit. Normally at this time from last Tuesday, I'm at least a bare minimum, I'm hitting right at the 1,000 views. That's from people that's watched it during the actual live and all the replay views up until the following Tuesday when I do the next show. We're sitting at 874 views. That means there's another chunk of people now that have kind of dropped just from last week. And again, I don't blame anybody. If you're sick of watching the shit, you're sick of watching it. Nobody's forcing anybody to do shit over here. But the people that are in it for the vaping strictly, I think those are the views of the people that are starting to drop off because they're starting to realize, okay, here we go again. Another week of them sitting there talking for an hour and a half and we ain't getting anything vape related.
Yep.
So, but it's been coming, it's here, it's been here, however you want to look at it. This is how we've been rolling for a while. If this show was strictly based on vaping, this show would have been dead
A long time ago.
almost 2 years ago, if not longer than that. Because you can easily go back that far and realize that we don't talk from beginning to end about vaping stuff. So, and I'm sitting here, I'm catching up on chat now. Let me look at chat real quick and see what's been happening.
Elon Musk buy YouTube? We can only wish.
Even if he bought it, I mean,
Would he let it just be like free reign on everything? Probably. I don't know.
I don't know that. I wonder if things would change on air if he did. Even if he bought it, here's the thing about YouTube right now. And this is just me speaking honestly and not just like blowing smoke up your ass. Even if YouTube just sent me an email right now and it was official and it said, you know what, ST, we are opening the doors. You can do whatever it is you want on YouTube. You can talk about whatever you want. You can promote whatever. You can do what you want. It's not going to change how I feel about vaping. It's not going to all of a sudden say, oh God, I've got a re-sparked energy to get hardcore on these lives about vaping, because it hasn't changed the vaping scene. It just is changing what YouTube will and won't allow on their damn platform. So YouTube is kind of getting to be like a low factor in things that are going on nowadays. I mean, yes, they can shut you down, and I'd hate for my channel just to be terminated just like that for no reason. Regardless of what you might think, I feel like plus with the help of Mike and Mark, I've done a lot of work on this channel, just like all these other guys have done to theirs. And for it to be just taken from me just like that, without my say at all, it would suck.
Yeah, it would definitely suck.
But I can tell you this, I'm not going to go get flat out drunk and go on the interstate and start driving my truck all over the place just wanting to end life. It's not that serious anymore. But
it is YouTube, but then again, it is only YouTube.
Yes.
That's the thing.
There's levels of how far you'll go with some things.
Yeah.
And
some people do go a little far.
Yeah. It's kind of low on the totem pole of where it's going to put me at, but I don't want to lose this shit. But I'm still in the belief though, if I wanted to wipe my channel clean of everything, and I mean, if I did everything possible to wipe every single thing that was vaping on this channel is tainted now. It's you can't delete everything and think, okay, I'll start putting other content on here. Regardless if you start losing people or not, the channel is still going to be tainted. And here's the thing, and I know this for a fact now. Mark, tell these folks what's been going on the past couple of days and what you did last week when you found out you got your strikes
with the
deleting stuff.
So, oh yeah, that's what I was telling them when you were talking. How they could still strike you on deleted videos, and I've been going live on the Fagan's World channel like with no problems at all. The minute I'm done, it pops up on the Vape channel. I do something live, it disappears for like a day. It comes back like it. It's weird, but yeah, they can still strike you on every single thing that you delete.
So
People told me that, but I've never believed that before.
So let me bring a little bit more light to this. I want y'all to think about this. This man has physically deleted himself off of his own channel. Now, none of us own our own channels. We're just allowed to be on YouTube. At the end of the day, YouTube can go in and see whatever it is they want on your channel. They can do whatever they want with your channel. So technically, it's not yours. You're just a part of it. But this man went in, and again, think about this. He went in and deleted videos, and even after they were deleted, he's still getting emails later on in the day saying, you just got a strike on this particular video. You just got a strike on this video. They were deleted already. That means they're still holding on to this information. Now, for how long they're holding on to it, I have no idea. I don't know if there's some, lifespan that they can keep this shit and then they finally wipe it clean or whatever the case is. But somewhere on their servers, they were still striking this man for stuff that he's already deleted.
And the funny part is when they strike you on a video that you delete, if you go and try to appeal it, it says you can't appeal it because you deleted it. And like, well, if I deleted it and I can't appeal it, then how the fuck can you strike it?
Exactly.
Like, that makes no sense.
So
and they never answer that question. Never.
After listening to Mark with all the shit he's dealt with, and we've heard this in the past, but I didn't know exactly how true it was. But now it happened to Mark, and I know 100% it's true. That all falls back to the point of me saying, I don't care what you delete off of your channel. If your channel is tainted already, and you go in and you delete all your tag words, all the videos, you change the name of the channel, you scrub it clean as you can. There's no remnants of vape on there. You are still going to be limited on how your videos get out into the world to be seen. There's chances are you're going to get limited monetization on videos if you get any at all. You're going to have to go out there with a brand new email and start a new channel if you want something and you want it fresh. Because your email that's tied to this, even if I change my email address to this channel, it's still, the channel's been doomed.
Yeah. Even videos that were not even vape videos got limited monetization because of the fact that it was on a vape channel. Some videos got cleared, but there were a lot of videos that had nothing vape related in them, and they still got demonetized. Like, for what? What the fuck am I? There's no music. There's no vaping.
And I've seen a lot of people do this, and Mark kind of did it himself, but he's still kind of stuck with his name. I mean, his name says it alone on his channel. But even if you go, and we've seen so many people, especially years ago when they started striking, everybody was like, oh, I need to get Vapes out of my name, and I need to be just like whatever the name might be. I need to get this out of my name. So I'm ST Vapes. That's what my YouTube channel name is. But if I felt like, ooh, the vapes is what's killing my channel because of my name, what if I went in and changed my name to ST Knives?
Yeah.
It's not going to do jack shit. It is not going to change. It's not going to be like, oh, well, he must be done with vape stuff, so we should be cool to him again. it doesn't matter what you do. It's already been recorded into their servers or whatever the case might be, and you're screwed.
Yep.
So,
It's I don't know how their shit works, but that's why I always thought because I spell my name VAPN and I leave the E out, maybe I could fly under the radar, but it's not the case.
yep.
Because it's technically not, it's VAP. It's not really, I mean, even though it's vape and fagan, I'd leave the E out, but it still doesn't work.
Yeah. So I've lied to myself many years thinking, oh, only this could happen or only that can happen. But man, once you watch day in and day out what happens with a lot of these channels and you start listening to people that you trust and everybody's throwing information around, you can put two and two together real quick of what they're doing. So you can have somebody else that's involved in vaping come say, oh, you were completely wrong about everything you just said. There's no way. They're like, bullshit. I'm stuck with what I believe because I've seen too much of shit go on, and I believe that's where they're at. And that really is not a hard scenario to believe anyway. But that's how I feel like YouTube is being ran. And we're screwed. The few of us that are left out there, there's more than a few, but there's not near as many people on YouTube that have vapes in their name or doing vape shit or whatever the case. There's not many left. But go look at all those channels. Because every once in a while, I'll go check out some of the bigger ones just to see it. Look how the views have just absolutely declined. There's nothing there. Subscriber counts have been stuck at the same number or have just dropped off bigger than shit. It's dead. It is dead. And I know people hate to hear the word dead in things, but sometimes you just got to open your eyes and admit to it. It's not that you got to quit doing it. It's just this little niche on YouTube and this industry, it is dead. And it ain't coming back.
It's all disposables, and
I'm waiting to see my channel numbers look like a slot machine dropping off. Oh, this man is so damn negative about shit. The hell with him. Well, again, if that's how you feel about it, you should do that. Because I used to sugarcoat shit and I used to be a very positive person about all this. But I've seen too many people and what they've had to deal with and how they've been hit. What is there to be happy about? And if you keep telling yourself, oh man, it was just a rare instance, this ain't rare at all. Shit's been going on for years. And me and Mark was talking about this in private not too long ago. This particular little purge, whatever you want to call it this time, this one seemed different than the ones they've done in the past.
this one was worse than the ones they've done in the past, no doubt.
So it almost seems like
they're hitting harder now. So
they're hitting harder, and I think some more. I think this isn't done yet. I think there's more about to come out about some of this stuff right here. Now, if you come back in 6 months and say, there ain't a damn thing that happens, hey, all you can do is pat yourself on the back. But again, my beliefs, I think there's more coming out of all this.
Yeah, usually we'll get a strike, you can appeal it, they get rid of it, you'll get it maybe two. Now it's like they're hitting and the appeals I don't know about. I know Jim got one, I know Bogan, I know Grimm, I don't know who else got a strike. I don't know if they got their appeals overturned, but my appeals, there ain't no fucking way they watched those videos and time they denied that appeal. They denied them quick.
And if for as many as Mark got, and for all of his appeals to be slapped right back in his face within a mere instance of clicking on shit, that's where you kind of know that, okay. Because before in these purges, when they were doing this shit, not everybody was successful, but there were people that, were gathering around and going on Twitter and doing whatever the fuck they were doing, and things were getting overturned left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't shit happen on this deal.
Yeah, now I think it's kind of like, all right, we're not letting this one slide.
So,
Which is fine. Like if I did something, if I in the video said something, that's fine. I give me a strike. But these videos they were talking about, they ain't no different from the
that's what I'm
300 other
saying.
videos that were up there.
I was just fixing to cut you off. I've seen your videos. You're not promoting. You're not telling folks price. You're not telling them where to go. You're not telling them jack shit. I know what you do in your videos. You've done them long enough to where, and I don't want to sound like I'm being heartless here, but just kind of like saying, you've done this for so long that basically all you have to do is change the name of the product.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Again, that's not a knock at Mark, but that's just because he's done it long enough and he can do this shit perfectly. So I know he's not saying all this shit. And they're like, oh, fuck, let's go after him now because he said so. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, it'd be nice for them just to say, like, and they usually will tell you, like, this part in the video, click on it, and that's where the issue happened. But when I go to click on it, the video never loads. There's no point in the video they can tell me where I, broke their rules at. They don't do that no more. Used to do that, not anymore.
Cheryl asks, how do you even talk to a real person when you get a strike? You don't.
You don't.
You don't talk to anybody. There is a button when you go into your creator studio that will allow you to appeal it. And you can hit that appeal button and you got to fill some shit out and yada, yada. And it's either you wait a little while and you'll hear something back and they'll say, oh, we were wrong. We're going to go ahead and let you upload this video. Or you're going to get an automatic response saying, no, it's appealed. It ain't happening. Well, it's not getting appealed. Your appeal was denied. And that's basically what Mark was getting hit back with within almost instantaneously?
Almost instantaneously, yeah. Which is crazy. So I don't know.
So
I'm not mad about it. I really, honestly, like, I knew this day was going to come, so.
Exactly. And that's kind of why I'm not like sitting here all pissed and like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm shocked to this day that we're still allowed to get away with what little bit we do get away with now. Like,
Yep.
how many times have we sat here on a show and basically talk shit about YouTube? This is their platform. They're listening to what we're saying. So why didn't my show get shut down? Why didn't it get striked? Why am not kicked off? I can't even speak tonight. Why am I not kicked off YouTube yet? There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Nope. This happens. Bam.
So
Wake up one morning, like, holy shit, I got fucking 6 strikes. Where'd that happen?
I mean, it's.
Yeah, Facebook jail's the same way. You can't talk. I don't think you can talk to anybody about being locked up in Facebook.
No.
Once it happens, you just got to sit and just wait.
And that's one place I've never stirred up any like problems, I don't think, because I've never been in Facebook jail. But I know enough people that's done their 30 days in the hole over there, whatever like that. But to my knowledge, if you get hit with one of those, you're off Facebook for 30 days or however long the shit is.
And they're worse over there, I think, because you say certain words and you'll get, this like a word will get you banned over there.
Yeah.
The internet's not as free as it used to be. Let's put it that way.
I'm definitely at a point though. Me and I think if I look back years ago on some of these videos, I really tried to be positive and tried to sugarcoat and tried to tell myself, guys, just hang on. It's going to get better. I promise you it's going to get better. And y'all keep coming every week and, we're going to have good content for you. It's a pipe dream. Again, I have the utmost in fun hanging out with Mark and Mike and doing these lives and talking about whatever it is we're talking about. But I have no more faith in how the vaping is going to survive on this particular social media platform. I'm not in groups on Facebook either. Like, I know there's so many like vaping, or at least there used to be a lot of vaping Facebook groups, even though I hold the keys to the best one out there, the ST Vapes Facebook group. But anyway, I'm not really involved with a lot of them. So I don't know if there's a shit ton of them out there. But again, from what I see when I'm on Facebook nowadays, and I don't get on there just a whole lot, man, I randomly ever see any vaping shit on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I see much. I mean, other than
Dude, I scroll
yeah,
and scroll and scroll, and there's more shit about politics and of course, like, you know me, I love knives, so I got knife shit coming out to Yin Yang, and I know they want to suggest whatever they see you looking at the most, but still, I'm connected to a lot of people in the vaping industry on my Facebook, and I rarely ever see shit about vaping on there. So
I
I
see
don't,
more about that fume thing than I do about vaping or fume or
yeah.
whatever it's called.
So I don't know if a lot of other people go through the same shit when they're looking at Facebook. Yeah, y'all might look at vaping shit constantly, and maybe that's all you see. But for me, I'll look at it, but I'm not hunting it down. But I don't. I used to see it all the time, though. Used to see tons of it out there. But I've said this in the past too. I don't really see people doing hand checks anymore because, again, I don't really think people give two shits about taking pictures of their mod and they're all proud of it and happy of all the thousands of dollars they dropped in some rare mech or whatever the case might be. Folks I just don't think they give a shit anymore.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably are just
K-Tech.
like,
K-Tech said Facebook is for drama. There is a whole lot of drama on there. There's no doubt about that.
I can't stand Facebook anymore. Oh my god, I can't stand it. I just ugh.
See,
I
Cheryl,
just feel like I have to be on it just in case something happens or someone try to get a hold of me. I have to have Facebook, but I hate it.
Cheryl just brought up another good point. She says, I haven't seen any shorts from ST or I'd watch. So shorts obviously are attached to YouTube. Now, if you look at my YouTube shorts, about 97% of it, maybe even the percentage is a little higher, is nothing but knives. Because that's all I wanted to do on my shorts. But I have a handful of vaping products on there. There's not many. But in the beginning, it was nothing but throwing knives and shit on there. I got some decent views on some, but some didn't get jack shit. And again, I think a lot of that is because the channel is tainted overall. It's not pushing that shit out there. And that's only speculation. I don't know how true that might be because I don't tag anything vape-wise, obviously, on a knife short. But, I mean, I've had a few rare ones that went crazy and got some views, but I still believe at the end of the day, anything that's attached to the ST Vapes channel, regardless from doing a live, a short, a video, it's tainted and it's limited on the views it's going to get.
Yep.
Because the word vape is attached somewhere amongst everything in there. And it's like the key light that they see, and they're like, well, he gets low demand on what we're doing here.
Pretty much how it works.
Well, I was talking about Cheryl, the other Cheryl, but Cheryl Deemer says, I have never seen, I guess she said, any knife shorts that I can recall. Well, Cheryl, if you go to my channel and click on the shorts, you'll see roughly about, I'd say at least 50 to 60 knife shorts on there, because really that's all the shorts I have are about. And some are actually pretty damn cool. So go over there and give them a view.
Yes, Nathan, I am on a bunch of lists. Thank you very much. Ad lists.
That is true, Nathan. With Mark's name being attached to anything, yes, it causes me problems. And I do see another ad's about to run because we're at the 8 o'clock mark. So that means For those of you that are not paying all this money to YouTube to skip all these ads, you're watching an ad right now. Ginger says, I'd bet there'd be more views if there were shorts of ST in shorts. That could be a possibility too. I don't know.
Not sure about
But
that.
I can
Old
tell
guys
you
in
this.
shorts are not pretty.
There are some things that I am not going to do. I am never going to do because I've been there and I've done it. I do have, I don't even want to say it's a backup channel. I do have another channel, and there's only maybe about 10 videos on that channel, and it's nothing but drones. That's all it is. And I think there's some random ass. When I got an iPhone, like, 10 years ago, I think it was like the first iPhone that was doing 4K. I walked out in the driveway and walked around my truck and filmed it real quick. And I don't think that's got but maybe 1,000 views of even that on that. But all you're going to see is some drone videos. I have nothing vaping over there on it. So if something ever happens to this channel, I'm not using that as a backup channel for the vaping because I don't want to taint that channel. And I can be honest to say, again, where I was just at a minute ago, I've been there and done it. If I get shut down on this, I'm not creating another channel and trying to start this shit over. I'm not going to do it.
Well, fucking no.
There's no way that I'm about to try to dig in and get another channel started up. So that's another good reason why, and I know a lot of people don't want to do. A lot of people don't want to do the Facebook shit, but if you're trying to reach out to me for some reason, being in the Facebook group, and even that's almost died off. There's still a lot of members over there, but there's barely anybody. If you see more posts, you're going to see more posts from me dropping memes over there of political crap. It's not even vaping shit that I drop over there. K-Tech says, I smacked the fuck out of Mark back in the day at Vape Bash, and I was told he was a lame ass.
Get the K-Tech didn't even fucking know me in Vape Bash. He probably wasn't even vaping back then.
Well, here's what I think when he finally found out there was a Vape Bash, because his internet's slow, by the time he got there, the shit was over with already.
He was more excited that there was a vaping celebrity living in his same town than anything.
K-Tech, that is true. You can't fight that one right there. Oh, shit. But we've had a lot of people on this channel. We've got, I don't know, there's not a whole lot of people that get involved in the chats anymore, but a lot of people that are in the chats have been involved in this for so many damn years, because you can go back and look at these older shows where you can still see a chat left where you can look at, and you'll still see a lot of the same names. But there are a lot of newer people that have come over here that have been kind of consistent over the past few months or so like that. But yeah, I don't have it in me anymore to want to start something new, especially to have it attached to this.
Yeah, no, there's too much shit, too much work
I got
involved.
a whining ass cat over here. I have nothing for you right now, but I would think the only reason why I'm going to start another channel up, and again, I'm not, but if I did, I think that would be the channel that would have a whole lot of random shit on it. That's actually a channel I wouldn't mind having right now if I had anything, with maybe, a decent little following on it, where I could just pick my phone up and just do something dumb or do a quick feed or whatever it is. And it has nothing to do about vaping. It just has something to do about me talking shit, whatever the case might. I might see a badass car wreck and pull my phone out, start videoing it and doing commentary to it and then throw it up on YouTube. A channel where you got the most random shit that's been put on there, I could handle doing that. But how many channels are like that out there?
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know.
Son of a bitch.
And then Omar's been over here for a little bit, and he's our pod guru. But he just said, ST, just live your life and get a yacht. Well, I can tell you this, Omar, I do not near have the riches like you have, and you probably got more than what Ginger's got. I mean, Ginger's a rich man, but you probably own most of Egypt. But I don't know.
Good job, Omar.
Yep.
Dependable like herpes. That's me.
Leo Berry, what's going on there, sir? I ain't see you in a little bit. Leo's been a long time customer over here. We got what? Oh, we got 90 people watching right now. I know that the chat, there's not just a ton of people in this chat, but if you're sitting there on the TV right now and you got a phone close to you, pull this channel up real quick, and however you're doing it, and just type in chat how long you've been watching this show and how long you've been watching this shit. Well, just how long have you been around? How long have you been around watching this shit? I'm curious to see. So I know I'm asking y'all to do something again. I rarely ever ask y'all to do this, but I know a lot of people nowadays watch this shit on the TV and they don't want to be involved with this at all. But just tell me, how long y'all been watching this shit?
We were like, too long.
Brett says 2015. Brett,
God,
you've been in it since I've been going.
That's too long.
Devin says 2015. He's the same way. Oh, I'm about to scream at this cat here in a second. Jake says 4. Tech Guy Brian says many years.
A long ass time.
10 years, 6 years, 6 to 7 years.
What's up, Trev?
2018. Billy says 3 years. TJ says 7 to 8 years. Oh, you better hold your ears, 'cause I'm about to scream at this cat if she keeps on. 2013. Shit. I just got started vaping in 2013. I know Andy Rawls has definitely been around. That he's had that picture ever since he's been on YouTube. That's why when I see Andy, I know right off the bat, Andy is definitely a long timer.
Yep.
Bill D says 4 years.
I've been in Cloud Comms K-Tech. They might have been on the internet on YouTube with people in chat, but not actually real life Cloud Comms. My lungs ain't big enough.
Tech Guy Brian says, I even watch Mark ride his bike now. Hey, there you go.
Sorry to hear that, Tech Guy Brian.
Look, you know what? When I get the opportunity, and I know Mark. I've known Mark for years. We've hung out. We've done, y'all know what we've done. I still watch him doing his thing on his bike. I like Mark. I like to watch Mark on the internet because Mark's just carefree and don't give a shit. And
Oh, Jesus. Thank you.
it always concerns me that something's going to happen to him out there for the way he rides, and he's always trying to blame everybody else when he's completely in the wrong.
Yep.
But like when we did watch his wreck, which most of us did, you seen that train wreck coming. You knew it before he knew it.
That curb shouldn't have been there. There's no need for that curb.
But it was there, and
It was there.
You executed that so beautifully when you hit that, and shit went everywhere. And then I didn't even know the other day until I heard him mention it today about he left a bag open and just letting shit fall out behind him down the road. So
That was all my shit last week.
I love to watch Mark. I always will. Even when Mark's done some of the craziest, dumbest shit that I'm screaming at the top of my head, trying to go, if there's some way I could get to him to tell him to quit doing what he's doing, I've still watched Mark.
You know, it's always going to be a disaster at some point.
But that's the fun thing of watching Mark. And it's kind of like, I think that's why some people like to watch us together, because it's kind of like the vape team. You never knew what was going to happen. You never knew what crazy shit was going to be said. You never knew how Mark was going to push Brian into a corner and make him
Feel uncomfortable? Or
yes. And it was some of the greatest. It was fun. For people that enjoyed watching stuff like that, it was funny as hell, and it always delivered.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But
Oh, son of a bitch.
VaporX is 13 years and counting. Damn, you've been in for a while. I think VaporX is definitely he's been under multiple names since he's been in here.
I kind of remember that name for. I mean, everybody I look at in chat, I feel like they've been here forever. I always see them everywhere, like pop up.
We
Here.
definitely know DC has multiple names, and he's probably under a different name tonight.
Yes, definitely DC. He goes under. He's got a
Mm-hmm.
million different aliases.
But
I'll never get pulled over, SS. And
that's
if
the
I do,
fun.
I'll never stop. I'm a bike. I'm not a car. I refuse to getting pulled over.
Well, what'll wind up happening, and a cop can get out of his car and don't even have to run after him. He can just walk at his normal pace and catch up with Mark. And he'll just he'll kick the side of Mark just because he wants some enjoyment out of his shit.
I'll
And
tip over.
Mark will go flying to the ground.
It'll be the
And
cop's fault, not mine.
then you'll see Mark get locked up. And I mean, then somebody can go and request the body cam footage and it'll be up like on police activity, and it'll be titled, retarded dude gets kicked off a bike or some shit. I don't know. Whatever the case.
I would pay to be on police activity because of my bike. I would love that. Like have like a high speed chase or something.
Yes, because after Mark gets caught, all he's going to do, knowing he'll be on police activity, he'll be screaming out his channel, hoping that he can get viewers over there to subscribe to him.
Yep.
So
there was a video I watched on police activity where a dude, I don't know if he stole a bike, but a cop was chasing him on the bike, and the dude rode right into the river, and I think he drowned because the cop didn't want to go in and save him.
Neil asks, ST, when do you get in a bike and copying Mark's riding videos? So here's the thing. I'm not going to do that, but Mark, I'm not going to lie about this. Mark has kind of inspired me a little bit, and behind the scenes, I've done this many a times over the years. I get just kind of burned out with everything, and I start changing some patterns when I know I need to change them. So I've gotten back on my kick in the past couple of weeks of what I've been eating and doing some things, and I've dropped 12 pounds in a little over 2 weeks. So
That's good as hell.
I'm kind of like, I'm trying to get my rhythm again. I need to. The bad thing is like Mark, I can drop a shit ton of weight in no time flat, but I can also get burned out in no time flat and wind up packing the shit back on.
All back. Yep.
So the thing about it is that, I always go into things gun ho. When I do it, I'm like 100%, and I'm not going to slip up. I'm not going to do this or that. And I think that's where I mess up a lot of times. So what I'm doing is I'm approaching it good, but I'm not just like
Overdoing it.
yeah, I'm not jumping off the building and just going straight into it. I slipped up a little bit this past weekend, and I didn't give a shit because it didn't do anything really to hurt me, but it didn't do anything to gain things. So I'm rocking, and hopefully within the next few months, I'll be feeling a whole lot better and be in a better place. And I think it's probably about time. I've got to get more serious about some things that I do because I'm now at that age, I can't rebound from shit like I used to, and it takes longer to do things than what I used to. So,
Yep.
so I'm kind of on that kick now myself. So, of course, I'm not doing the bike riding thing because I don't know. Honestly, this is what's sad because I haven't been on a bike and I can't tell you how long. Mark's gained some pretty good gusto from going out every day and doing this for a while. If I tried to keep up with Mark, and this is sad to say, I might be able to get past Mark for a little bit, but he's probably got more stamina to where when I'm out of gas, he's going to keep going past me. So
Something with bike riding. Ever since I was young, I can't walk, I can't jog, I can't run, but I could bike ride.
yeah,
I mean, I could walk obviously, but I can never walk as far as I want to bike. Like bike riding, I could do that all day long. Walking, shit, I'll walk a couple blocks and I'm done. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could do is bike ride.
And so I'm thinking my next plan of attack is going to be, especially because, like I said, I've got a schedule changing coming up here pretty soon. I might try to get myself in a mode where I start walking again.
Yeah, you find
And
just find the thing
walking,
that you can do.
yeah,
That's it.
walking, I can definitely shed. I can shed some weight when I walk and stay consistent doing that. But
If I was walking, I would have gave up a long time ago. I hate walking. Ugh.
Leo says, or should I even read that? I'm trying to. Oh, they're having conversations in there. Neil asked, he says, ST, do you do any hunting? When I was a young man, I used to go all the time. Well, I don't want to say all the time. I did my fair share of it, but it never really stuck with me. I got out of it. Now, shooting, that's something else. I've been doing that since I was a kid. I don't do it near as much as what I used to, but I've been involved with stuff like that. Freaking, Lord, it seems like I've been, since I was a baby, I had a gun in my hand of some sort.
I've never hunted. Thank God for that. Probably would have shot myself.
Yep. Andy says multiple sclerosis has stopped my walking. Oh, well, damn, that sucks. See, that's what, too, because I am getting up in age. I'm not a senior citizen yet, but I am up in age. I don't want to get to that point to where I just keep thinking to myself, you know what, if I want to start some stuff, I got enough time to start doing it. I don't want something to creep up on me where I can't really do shit about it. And then I'm screwed. So, and this all falls back again, and it's not really because of like, there's kind of a big circle I've been going around in my head with things. Watching some of these guys I've been watching that have been doing like the camping videos in their vehicles and doing stuff, getting out, doing this and that. I've got a job when I'm done for the day and I come home, I really don't want to do shit else. My job doesn't always consist of a lot of physical stuff. It's more of a mental and of a head game thing of a lot of the things that I'm doing. So when I get home, the last thing I want to do is throw on a pair of shoes and go outside and start walking the block or doing whatever it is. I just don't have that mentality anymore about me. But I want to start getting back out. I want to start getting back out in the world and doing things, and not necessarily that I got to record everything I'm doing, but I wouldn't mind recording stuff because I am kind of that person and I've been involved doing things like that. So
That's what kind of motivates me to go out is to record it or go live. I don't think if I had that, I probably wouldn't do it as much.
I think I'm more kind of on your side of that. I'm the same because I'm comfortable with having a camera in my face and talking, and it doesn't feel weird to me. I mean, when I do videos, I have no problem at all sitting here talking to myself, doing a video, and then knocking shit out. I don't. Some people can't do that, and some people don't feel comfortable. The last thing they want to do is try to do a video, or much less be in a video of any sort.
Yep.
I'm cool with that, and it motivates me to do shit like that because it's like anything else in this world. There's so many people that catch things on video that you can scroll through YouTube and it's like, holy shit, that's badass to see right there. I'm glad they had the video going. Mitch says more drone videos. I know I haven't done it in a while, and there are some multiple reasons, and they might sound somewhat excuses. One thing is, in the summer here, it's hotter than balls.
Right back. I gotta take a piss.
Okay. Randomly, I will get out and do drone stuff, but it's stuff that I've never put out to the public. It's kind of for my own viewing. But yes, I would like to get out and do more stuff and create some videos and upload them to YouTube and do my thing. But here's the thing with the drone stuff, because I follow a lot of drone guys. A lot of guys that are like reviewing drones, or just they have a drone channel and they're constantly sending their drone up. A lot of times they'll stay in the same spot and you'll see some of the same shit over and over and over. It's just that they narrate the video, and that's really the only thing different is the narration to it. You're pretty much seeing all the same sights. I'm somebody that's not really huge into doing any narrating on a drone video, but I like for people to see what I'm seeing and add a little bit of music to it. So I'm always trying to find, or I even get on Google Maps looking for different locations that aren't like a day's drive out, but something that's fairly close that I can go video. And again, because of today's society, folks are not cool on drones. They see you flying and they automatically think, oh, well, why are you trying to get my business? And it's like, I don't care about you and I'm not here for you. I'm here to look at scenery. I'm not here to, invade your privacy, because I don't know who you are and I don't care about anything of your crap. So you kind of got to find places that are out, and you got to find where people are not around to do it. And now I'm starting to get kind of comfortable. I've done a few things now where I haven't even gotten out of the truck. I leave the truck running with the AC going, and I'm just looking at my monitor doing my thing in there, where normally I like to be outside of my truck when I'm doing that stuff. So, but with that being said, it's getting closer to fall and the temperatures are going to start cooling down a little bit, and it will push me to get back out to do this. So I'm kind of like keeping my mind's wandering. My mind's wanting to do some new things, and that definitely will be a part of what I'm going to do. I got too much money tied up in that drone just to let it sit there and not do shit with it anyway. So, but all right, folks, Mark's got a dinner that's ready, and, it's almost 8:30. We've damn near given y'all enough time. So we're going to cut it off here. So if you're watching this, you've hung in here this long, or if you're watching a replay, again, if you didn't watch it all the way through and you skipped to the very end, beware. There are probably, I don't know how, and I don't know when, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but there's probably going to be some changes happening to this, the Tuesday night thing. So just be prepared. And with that being said, we are going to sign off. We will catch y'all next Tuesday, I'm guessing. And Mark will catch you what? When are you going to start doing this shit on the week or the weekends?
No, the weekends I take off, or I take the bike riding. I usually go live on the weekends, but when they strike my channel, I didn't go live.
So will we see it? Well, you'll have the channel back.
Yep. Then I'll definitely be live at some point this weekend.
There you go. There you go. So you'll probably see a whole lot more Mark than what you're going to see of me up till next Tuesday. But with that being said, we are outie. Y'all have a good one. We will catch y'all later.
Later.
Let's do. Oh, I forgot to play my little song at the end. Oh, I don't have a song.